Hello everyone, welcome again to our math tutorial for grade 10 math. Today, I will discuss about illustrating quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. So term 1, week number 8. Let us start with the measure position for ungroup data. For our learning competency, let us illustrate the measure of position. So ang gawin lang natin dito today is hindi tayo mag-compute. So we are only illustrating the measure position about quartiles, deciles, and percentile. Let's begin with this situation. So, yung main character natin dito is si Caleb. So, Caleb received his NCAA examination results. So, his report shows a GSA percentile rank of 90. So, what does it mean? Does it mean he got a score of 90? So that would be the question. So sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ano ang ibig sabihin ng NCEA? So ito po yung tinitake ng mga grade 10 students. So in other term, ginagamit po nila the word NCEA is NCAI. So ano ibig sabihin ng NCAI? So this is the National Career Assessment Examination. And GSA means the General Scholastic Aptitude reflects a learner's general academic aptitude in reading comprehension, mathematics, verbal ability, science, and logical reasoning. Caleb looked more closely at his result and saw a GSA standard score which is 628. So what does it mean? Did Caleb necessarily answer 90% of the test items correctly? Or yung percentile rank niya is 90? So the question is, what is standard score, by the way? So when we standard score, it is a converted score used to compare a performance using a common scale. It is not the same as the raw score or percentage score. So actually, this topic is very confusing. So when we go to our lesson, maalaman natin kung ano ibig po sabihin po nito. Okay? So for now, let us continue our discussion, which is the measure of position. So for ungroup data. So let us first recall. So what is a statistics? So in basic statistics, it is a branch of mathematics that involves collecting, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting data. It helps turn raw numbers into a meaningful information to make smart decisions. So what's the very important here in statistics? Which is yung data. So what do you mean by data? So data refers to the information such as facts and numbers used to analyze something or to make decision. Well, let us recap first the measure of central tendency. So what is the measure of central tendency? So it is a statistical measures used to determine the center or the typical value of the data set. So they provide a single value that best represent the entire distribution of data. So what are the measure of central tendency? So ito po yung mean. When we say mean, it is the average. Kapag sinabing median, so it is the middle value and the mode is most frequently observed. So in measure of central tendency, the median shows the middle position. So we have 50% and another 50%. So it's the median, the middle. Then the median divides the ordered data into two approximately equal parts. We have below the median and above the median. The question is, what if we divide the ordered data into more parts? So like for example, if I divide into 10, so what does it mean? dito na papasok yung lesson natin, which is the measure of position. The question is, what is the measure of position? The measure of position indicates where the value is located relative to the other values in an ordered data set. So located, and then on the word located. So they tell us approximately what portion of the observation lies. Pwede at or below the position, or pwede naman at or above that position. So in measure position, meron po tayong tatlo, kagaya po doon sa measure of central tendency. So measure position, we have quartile, the Q. Another one is the decile, D, and P, which means percentile. Let us observe first the situations. Again, our main character is si Caleb again. So Caleb and his classmate took a mathematics diagnostic test at the beginning of the term. So after sharing the diagnostic test, so si teacher ay inarrange the test scores from lowest to highest. So what's the main purpose here is to better understand the class performance. The teacher wanted to divide the ordered scores into four approximately equal groups, again, according to their scores. Let us say po, Group 1 may need additional supports and review. Group 2 may need more guided practice. Group 3 shows satisfactory understanding, and si Group 4 naman is may be given an enrichment activities. The question is, what values will divide the ordered scores into four groups? Dito na i-apply po natin yung measure of position. Yung unang measure position, which is yung quartile. What is a quartile? So, kapag sabing quartile, it divides an ordered data set into four equal parts. Like let's say po, divide po natin yung data natin. So, this is our data. So, this one is our data. And don't forget to arrange our data from lowest to highest. And again, it divided into four equal parts. So, meron pa tayong quartile 1. Three partition lang po yan. So, quartile 1, 2, and 3. So, this portion, tripartition, kapag sinabing quartile 1, other term for that is the lower quartile. And what does it mean? So when we say quartile 1, so it is 25%. And it means that 25% of the data fall below or at the first quartile. So again, so 25% of data fall below or at the first quartile. So kapag sinabi naman quartile 2, the second partition, so it is our median. So what does it mean? So mid quartile 2 is 50%, and it means that 50% of the data are at below the second quartile. Again, 50% of the data are at or below the second quartile. So this one. And next, quartile 3 naman po, another term for that is the upper quartile. So what does it mean? So it is 75%. And it means that 75% are less than or equal to the third quartiles. Again, kapag sinabing quartile 1, it is lower quartile. Quartile 2 is the median or the middle quartile. And quartile 3 is the upper quartile. Don't forget to arrange our data from lowest to highest. So it means that quartile are the three cut points, quartile 1 hanggang quartile 3, that divides an ordered data set into four approximately equal parts, with each part containing about 25% of the observation. So it means bawat partition po, we have 25%. Let's proceed for this. So let's say that quartile 1 marks the lower quarter boundary. So take a look for this situation. So what is our interpretation for this? So we have quartile 1 so in this portion, quartile 1 and other 2 quartiles. So what does it mean? Or what is our interpretation? So for this, so about 1/4 of the travel times are at below of quartile 1, which means 25%. Then about the 3/4 naman are at above quartile 1. Okay? So it means that for time, a lower position can mean a shorter trip. Okay, let us proceed sa situation number 2. Again, our main character again ay si Justine. So 10 students are arranged in a row by ascending heights. If Justin is the fourth tallest students, what could it be means? Take a look po yung picture po natin. So again, the question is, if Justin is the fourth tallest student, what could it be mean? So nandito po ito po ay si Justin. So ibig po sabihin, 6 students are shorter than Justin. So merong 6 mas smaller than sa kanya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And mas taller naman po kay Justin, we have 1, 2, and 3. So sabihin, 3 students are taller than Justin. So in other words, so 60% of the students are smaller or shorter than Justin, and 30% of the students are taller than Justin. So it means that his position is near the 70% point. So it means it is 7th decile. So now, so we'll proceed another measure position, which is decile. What is decile? So deciles is divided an ordered data set into 10 equal parts. So these are our data. So again, halimbawa, ito po yung data natin. So again, don't forget to arrange our data set from lowest to highest. And it divided into different partitions. So we have decile 1, decile 2, decile 3, hanggang po kay decile 9. So kapag sinabing decile 1, we have 10%, decile 2 is 20%, decile 3 is 30%, decile 4 is 40%, decile 5 is 50%, and decile 6 is 60%, decile 7 is 70%, decile 8 is 80%, and decile 9 is 90%. And decile 5 is our median. And don't forget, decile 5 is equal to quartile 2. Kasi sabi natin kanina, yung quartile 2 is the middle quartile, which means 50%. So that's why decile 5 is equal to quartile 2. So let's have example. Let's say po decile 7. So what does it mean? So kapag sinabing decile 7, so it is 70% are less than or equal to the 7th decile. Again, pag sinabing decile 7, it is 70% are less than or equal to the 7th deciles. So it means that kapag sinabing deciles are 9 cut points, decile 1 hanggang D9. That divides an ordered data set into 10 approximately equal parts, which each part containing about 10% of the observation. Kanina sa quartile, it containing about 25%. Sa deciles naman, every partition is 10%. Okay, so take a look for these situations about deciles. So how to interpret this situation? Decile 2 is the boundary after the first two decile group. So tiyan natin po yung situation. School arrives times ordered from earlier to later. So ano po napansin po natin dito sa situation na ito? So mapansin po natin yung earlier, yung boundary niya is 2. So, ibig sabihin 20% and the other is 80%. Kasi 100 minus 20 is 80. So, ibig sabihin, yung decile 2 natin, R at below is 20% and above po is yung 80%. That would be our interpretation. Again, about 20% of arrival times are at or below decile 2. And about 80% naman are at or above decile 2. So for time, so a lower position may mean earlier arrival. Okay? So now, so let us have another situation. O situation number 3 ulit tayo. So yung main character again natin dito ay si Caleb. So Caleb received his NCAA examination result. His report shows a GSA percentile rank of 90. So Caleb looked more closely at his result and saw a GSA standard score 628. What does it mean? So balikan natin yung pinakauna nating situation na ginawa. Ang tinatanong doon, what does it mean? Bakit po yung GSE standard ni Caleb is 628, then percentile rank niya is 90. So, for now, sumalaman natin bakit po pang 9 percentile rank of 90 si Caleb. Okay? Dito na papasok yung last natin na measure position, which is yung percentile. The question is, what is a percentiles? A percentiles divide an ordered data set into 100 equal parts. Again, kanina sa quartiles, 4 equal parts. Sa deciles ay 10. Ngayon naman po sa percentiles is 100 from the word percent. Okay, so halimbawa, ito yung dataset natin. Divide po natin siya into 100 equal parts. So again, don't forget to arrange our data from lowest to highest. So take a look muna per tiles po o per partition, we have 10. So percentile 1 hanggang percentile 9. So we have percentile 10, so we have 10%, percentile 20, we have 20%, percentile 30 is 30%, 40 is 40 hanggang po kay percentile 90. So 90 means 90%. Again, don't forget, arrange the data set from lowest to highest. And we can say that between 20 and 30 is 25, the halfway, the middle of 20 and 30% is 25%. So kapag sabing 25%, it is equal to quartile 1. Again, percentile 25 is equal to quartile 1. And median natin, the equivalent or equal to decile 5. So again, percentile 50 is equal to decile 5. And between 70 and 80 is 75% is equal to quartile 3. Eh, meron pa tayo kayo sa quartile. Yung quartile kanina, this one. So, what is another equal? So, percentile 50 is equal to decile 5, also equal to quartile 2. That would be our median. Again, percentile 50 equal to decile 5 and also equal to quartile 2. That will be our median. So, let us have an example. Let us say po yung percentile 90. What does it mean? Ang ibig sabihin ng percentile 90? So, it means that about 90% are at or below it. So, when we say percentiles, so it divided into 99 cut. That divides an ordered data set into 100 equal parts or approximately equal parts, which each part containing 1% of the observations. It means kanina sa quartile, 25%, decile, 10%, and percentile, 1% of the observation. Okay, so let us have this situation. Let us analyze this situation. So we have 100 meter sprint time, the faster time, and the slower time. So what is our interpretation for this? We have P15 or 15%. The other percent is 85%. So it means that 15% have equal or shorter times and about 85% have longer times. So it means a low percentile from time can still show a strong performance. Okay, so tandaan po natin this situation. Okay, so let us answer the question kanina sa unang situation natin about Caleb received his NCAA examination result. And percentile rank niya is 90 and yung GSA score niya po is 628. Ang question po doon, what does it mean? So, ibig po sabihin nito, college percentile rank of 90 means that approximately 90% of the scores in the reference group are at or below college score. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? So, ibig sabihin ng 90th percentile rank, ibig sabihin yan, a percentile rank means 90 means Caleb performed better than 90% of the student in the reference group who took the same assessment. So, ibig sabihin, out of 100 students, Caleb score higher than about 90 students. So, only about 10 students out of 100 scored the same as or higher than Caleb. So, ibig po sabihin po niyan, so it indicates that a very high level of performance ni Caleb. So, how about yung GSA score niya na 628? So, ano ibig po sabihin yan? So, it is the standard score of the actual scaled score used by yung testing agency po ng kung sino in charge po doon sa NCAA. And it is calculated from Caleb's test result using a statistical scoring system. So gumagamit niya ng statistical scoring system. Then the scores allow the comparison among students across different test forms and years. So ibig sabihin, the standard score is what is converted into a percentile rank. Halimbawa, yung score ni Caleb ay 628, so it means percentile o 90th percentile rank siya. So ibig sabihin, it means that a scaled score of 628 corresponds to a performance at approximately to 90th percentile. So in short, si Caleb ay nakakuha ng score better than about the other students. Okay? So yun po ang explanation regarding on that situation. Malalaman nyo, maintindihan nyo kapag mag-take po kayo ng NCEA. Okay? So, recap on about measure positions. Our key idea for this is measure position, describe where a value is located and order data set. Again, from the word located. So we have kinds of measure position, quartiles, deciles, and percentiles. Kapag sinabing quartile, divide the data into 4. Kapag deciles ay 10. Kapag percentile naman po is 100. 100 approximately equal parts. So, the important relationship here, kapag sinabing quartile 1 is equivalent to 25 percentile. Then, quartile 2 is same as decile 5 and same as percentile 50, which means they are all median or 50%. Then quartile 3 is same as percentile 75. So for other interpretation po, sa quartile 1, about 25% of the observation are at or below it. Kapag po naman decile 7, observation are at below it then 90% observation are at or below it. So remember, arrange the data first, then identify the position and interpret it correctly. So, tingnan na po natin ha. Ito po yung summary natin, yung lesson natin today. Okay, so if naintindihan natin, okay, so let us have an example regarding on the measure position about the quartiles. So let us say po this data set. So what's the first step again? Arrange first the data set into from lowest to the highest. And now, how to find quartile 1 to quartile 3. So anong gagawin po natin? So first thing to do is bilangin natin o count first the data kung ilan po. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 data sets. So the question is, ano po yung quartile 2 natin? Quartile 2 natin is median. So it's very basic. So hanapin natin muna yung median kung nasaan yung middle term. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, so our median is 17. So that would be our median or quartile 2. So ngayon, so what is our quartile 1? So quartile 1 is 25%. So, ibig sabihin, yung quartile 1 po natin is in between po dito. So, nandito po yung quartile 1 natin. So, what is our quartile 1? So, since dalawa po yung quartile 1 natin is in between, sa anong gitna po ng 11 and 12? So, ibig sabihin, yung gitna natin po dyan is 11.5. So, ibig sabihin, our quartile 1 is 11.5. Ngayon, how about yung quartile 3? Quartile 3 natin is 75%, which is yung upper naman, yung mataas. So, dito naman po, since dalawa po yung middle natin, so dito nandito po is si quartile 3. So, since dalawa po sila, ipag-add then divide by 2 in between. So, ibig sabihin, we have 19.5. So, that would be our quartile 3. So, same lang po yan sa decile and percentile. So that's it. Okay, so that's it for our measure position. If naintindihan po natin yung lesson natin today, so kindly answer this lesson activity. So we have A, so 1 to 4, B is 5 to 10, and C is 2, interpreted its measure. And then the last letter D is true or false, and letter E is arrange the data set and identify what is asked in the give problem. Okay, that is great work today, Math Explorers. Keep shining and stay curious. Okay, that's it for today.